Now let's look at how we can use reading to develop pragmatic competence, and what is pragmatic competence specifically in the context of reading. Okay, so by pragmatic competence I mean to understand the contextual issues within which the text is written or the utterance takes place. In other words, it's the context which is all the more important to understand a given text, and how context can shape the meaning of a particular text, right? So, for example, English people make the use of may and might too much, and they are more polite. And in the Pakistani context, we may not use too much use of may and might. So these are the politeness issues which a culture, which context can change. And in other words, population control can have different meaning in the West and different meaning in Pakistani context. So it's important, it's essential to understand the discourse in its context. And it helps, why we need to understand the context? Because it helps us understand the intended meaning, the implied meaning of the writer. Okay, so, and it also helps us to interpret well what is the main intention of the writer in a given text. So it develops communicative competence of our students if we train them how to understand the text in its given context. So in this regard, it's important that the readers, we need to, it's our job as language teachers to train our students, to make them aware of a set of graphic, syntactic, and linguistic devices, which are the linguistic devices used by the writer to emphasize the particular message. Even the typographical issues. So we'll look at linguistic and typographical. Lexical issues means the choice of verbs and the adverbs to foreground or background the message. Syntactic issues involve cleft constructions. Sentences sometimes may be combined or sometimes they may be complex. So it's the clues, it's the background knowledge which is important and which helps facilitate, which can help infer the main message of the text. And this is what is seen as the recent phenomena to develop pragmatic competence. Within the environmentalist perspective, within a natist perspective, context was seen less important. But now, within communicative perspective, within communicative framework, context is considered equally important as linguistic and semantic competence.